Happy New Year! Welcome to 2019. Fam, welcome in. Much love, Trav here. Chilling with the sheep. Just gave the pigs their first feeding. Took these guys out to pasture. Doing some watering while I'm up here. And if you're anything like me, you had a 2018 and now you're having a 2019. And in that transition is kind of a ritualized review period of what we do. Man, sheep was a good thing for me this year. I'm going to get into that. But 2019 is here. And in that transition, I do think there's some magic to looking at, hey, what happened in 2018? What do I want to do in 2019? I don't have it all figured out, but maybe I'm going to make a plan, make some resolutions. Not everyone keeps their resolutions. A percentage of people do. But if you don't make a resolution, there's no chance of even keeping it. So, keys to keeping a resolution is starting day one, making something that's achievable, something that's habit-based, not picking too many things, possibly having some support network, but also writing it down and keeping it to yourself in a way. Because when we make an announcement like, yo, I'm going to do this, sometimes we feel like it's, look at this baby nursing back there. Sometimes we feel like it's done when we really haven't done anything. We just talked about it. So I encourage you, if you haven't done the review and the goal setting, to do it. Yeah, and I'm going to do that today with you, for me, and you can share your own in the comments down below. But 2018 for me was a pretty interesting year. I was on the farm for the entire full year. I came New Year's last year without being fully established of what was going to happen, and I spent an entire year in this one place, except I went back to Seattle Thanksgiving time. This is such a sweet one. I went back to Seattle Thanksgiving time, and it's the first time that I've been in one place for a full year since 2012. No, 2013. It's been 5-6 years since I traveled. I've traveled a lot of the developed world, most major cities in the U.S., Mexico, Japan, Western, Northern Europe, and there's plenty more to travel, but I was definitely on a search for where to live and search for what to do and I'm still perhaps in a search for having the right people, although I found a lot of them. But 2017 was a year of finding it. 2018 was a year of committing to it. This year was the year that I felt like, okay, freedom is nice and leisure is nice, but what's better is freedom to commit and choose a work that really matters for you. And I'm over the travel and leisure and vacation and freedom stage, and I'm more towards the meaning and mission and work and back to just grinding it out and thinking that's so important. Life is all about meaningful work, who you're doing it for, who you're doing it with. So I think if you haven't found that should be a mission. Like, what do I think is so important that not enough people are working on, or I want to work on, right? So, for me, that's food. I think that not enough smart young people, and more are working on how to improve our food system so that we can improve the health vigor of our society, we can improve the health vigor of our world, so we can tackle more important issues like going to Mars and stuff like that, which other people can figure out. I'm just working on the food. Very simple. God, it's a gorgeous day. Yeah, so 2018, some of the best things that happened to me is spending the whole year in food and working here and being committed, getting to do farmers markets, getting to do farm to school tours, getting to learn all about how to grow food, transplanting 150, 170, no, we did like 200 fruit trees. stepping into my shepherdness, getting caretaking responsibility of the sheep, and setting up a little breeding program. And you know, we ate 2 of them. Some people are like, what the fuck? I mean, it's farming, it's for food, but it's just such a wonderful thing to my life to be working with animals. And not just the sheep, but the pigs over here, and the chickens, and the dogs running around, and the people and the kids. That's been really wonderful for me. And, you know, I really enjoy feeding everyone before myself. Coming out in the morning, and the chickens get fed, and the sheep get fed, and the pigs get fed. Finally, I eat. I enjoy that, and I think this is an important transition and important steps towards fatherhood, which is a goal for me, not necessarily in 2019, but understanding the responsibility of caring for living things. And but that's 7 days of work week, right? That you don't get the weekends off because they still need to eat on the weekends. This one is such a sweet one. How can you not like it? I mean, for me stepping into my shepherdness, I tried a lot of things in my life. You look at the last 5 years, 7 years, and worked in a lot of different industries: service industry, serving, hosting, event staffing, event marketing, nonprofit marketing, blogging, video stuff, coaching, competing. I did a lot of different things and found that, you know, farming, and looking at my family history, I am Chinese, but I'm also European, and that European side, we're sheep people. And I grew up in the crib with a sheepskin blanket, and just stepping into that familiar sense, I wouldn't have known if I hadn't tried out a bunch of things. Like, let's try caring for the sheep. Like, wow, this feels right. So, pretty good year for that. I YouTubed the whole year. I kept my coaching business going the whole year. I released 2 books technically. One was just the paper version. And I surfed a lot. I bought a vehicle, which I wrecked. I'm not going to talk too much about personal relationships, because I like to keep that more to myself and not share everything with strangers when it comes to that. I'm sure you understand. I built a bunch of shit. I was pretty physically fit. I think I ate the best food that I've ever eaten in my life this year, and I spent the least money on it. Pretty good deal. What a little fuzzy cuddler right here. How could you not like sheep? I mean, I love me some dogs and I love me some cats, but sheep are made of wool. They're so warm and fuzzy. Anyway, so that's kind of my 2018. I was active on social media. I probably drank and smoked a little too much. I'm not a zero tolerance guy. And I didn't binge very much at all. When I'm, you know, using, I'll drink like a beer here or there in the evening. But I think there are too many evenings where I had 1 beer. Too many evenings where I had a smoke. I reduced that at the end of the year. So here's key to the transition. Man, I wish I had said this earlier. For those of you who made it this far, last night, I went to sleep early, I powered off early, I was early bird up catching the year. Early bird gets the year, early bird gets the worm. I was up before sunrise, I did yoga before I turned my phone on. And I think that's important to start off the new year right. I'm really not a fan of being drunk and fucked up or hungover or screwing up my sleep schedule to start the new year. That's just bad. Like, you just want good habits. So if you enjoyed and you partied and you stayed up, I'm not saying that you necessarily shouldn't have done that, but think about it, like how you want to start the year makes it easy for yourself. So I can just continue the year like I've started this year with the good habits. So that'll make it a lot easier going forward. So 2019, I don't necessarily have a lot of resolutions or grand plans. I want to be a little bit better about turning my phone off in the evening so that I don't have to nap during the daytime and I can do extra work during that time. I want to be a little better about being more sober. Not that I was, very unsober, but just a little bit more there. And get back to, as I've been doing more recently, more nutrition shakes and smoothies to supplement. I need to take care of my body, which at this stage doesn't mean doing a lot of heavy lifting, because I'm doing a lot of heavy lifting for my work. I think that means taking care of my body is more postural and stretching and corrective. So do that. If I continue what I'm doing with my writing, I will have a book out this year, and not that long. I want to get a new vehicle and take better care of it. And I want to possibly travel. There's a couple trips I'm looking at, but that's not super important to me. And meanwhile, say hello, Freckles. Yeah. Yeah. What else in 2019? Gossip less. More productive thoughts. I definitely did a lot of ruminating this year. And if I have to fill my mind with podcasts, let's do that instead. So, can make that change. But for the most part, I'm going to continue what I'm doing. I plan on spending the whole year here, farming, more sheep, more lambs, more pigs, more fields, more carrots, more markets, more kids tours, more construction, more skills, maybe learn the tractor, more sharing, more Instagram, more writing about it, more posting about it, more sharing about it, more YouTubing about it, and just kind of continuing what I'm doing. So I think that's the way to approach the year well, it depends. Sometimes you need a major change. I feel like I'm through that stage of my life, and I really like my life right now, but there's a couple problems with it, and it's all about revision. Yeah, also make an effort to meet more people and not just have it whoever randomly comes into my life, but also go out and seek people out, which means going to more events on Sundays if I can, and yeah, more events, but I can do that. So, and Tuesdays too, I'll have that. Maybe Saturdays, we'll see. Anyways, that's it for my year. If you made it through, I appreciate that. Just kind of listening. That's generally my approach to years, like set the theme and to start the year, and review what went good, what went bad, what I would change, and then pick a few things to change, and then write down a few goals of major things that I want to do. So that's my plan for the year. I hope you find that useful and helpful. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I look forward to hearing what you have to say. So talk to you soon. Stay tuned for the book, and look forward to reading your comments. Appreciate you, and talk to you soon. Peace.